Okay. Um. Whoa. Why can't? Hold on.
There we go. I can get a commercial now.
Yeah. Well, this is odd. Oh, there we go. All right. Um. I did not put up a notification to everybody.
What'd you say?
I didn't put up a notification
What do you mean?
that it's going to be
I
live.
got a notification.
Okay.
Why can't I find the chat?
I don't know. I was having a problem with that earlier. I know why this thing is so high now. Somebody adjusted her height on her monopod. All right. As soon as I get some more people in here, I'll probably start the chat. Right now, I'm just waiting for people to show up. And my hair wants to be frizzy. Yay! Is that Amy? Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Amy. I'm doing good. I'm hoping some of the other people would show. Some of the. I don't remember all my regulars, so that's gonna be fun. Nope, everything's blurry. Of course, my glasses are dirty. All right. Forgive me for taking time to clean my glasses. Otherwise, everything is gonna be fuzzy, especially words. Maybe I can see if I can change the adjustment for this so I can see everything. No, that's better. Let's see if I can change the size of the font for the pop out. Or how do I do that? Jared, do you remember how we changed the sizing? Oh, maybe. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. There we go.
Chat?
Now I can make the words bigger. Yay, I can see everything.
Got it?
Yep. Well, everybody, I've got.
How your day was?
My day has been, well, it was pretty hectic in the morning time because work. But otherwise, it's turned out to be a fairly good day. It looks like I've got up to 11 people now. So I'm going to go ahead and just give this a start. I decided to do a live chat this evening due to I haven't done one in a long time, and I just figured I'd jump on here and do one. Sorry if I'm moving my camera right now because I'm trying to move it so I can see what everybody's saying. Haven't seen you haven't seen your channel in a while. Lost weight. You know what? I don't know if I've lost weight. I have not weighed myself in at least a good month. So it might be because of my we did a haircut about 2 weeks ago. We trimmed some of my hair. Been trying to keep everything, manageable. As manageable as I can because my hair sometimes decides to, be like, forget it, I'm out of here. Terry right now, Jerry-Ann is just on the sideline, being a monitor. She does not feel like sitting at the computer because her knee's been bugging her. So sitting here at one of these regular chairs for too long will bug her knee. But she can see the chat. But I'm glad you guys can show up. Like I said,
Hi.
I'm gonna start throwing stuff at her, just because she's gotta speak up. She can't just type it. But like I was saying a second ago, I haven't done a live feed in a long time, so I decided to do one tonight. Jerry-Ann might do one tomorrow. We might do a group one tomorrow, just us on her channel. Um, but to go back to Amy, um, like I said earlier, my day's been a little. My day was a bit chaotic. Got to work about half an hour early, which is about normal for me when it's the weekends because Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday and Mondays can be very busy. Um, but it's getting to that time of the year where we have getting close to graduation. Well, it's getting warmer, so a lot of people on weekends are asking about catering. Um, Today we were lucky we didn't have one. I thought we did, but tomorrow we have 3 to 4 of them tomorrow. Yesterday they had 4. Um, that in fact, Friday is truck day, which is the day we get our delivery for all our supplies, and we're missing a box of brisket, so we might run out of brisket before our next delivery, which is Tuesday. Which is kind of like we've already basically said, if we get down to 6 briskets before Sunday, Monday, we're going to have to basically tell the customers we're out of brisket because our catering order has basically swallowed up 6 briskets worth of meat. And that's close to 50, almost 60 pounds worth of brisket. So somebody didn't somebody miscounted the order when they were getting the order ready for delivery, or something happened to our invoice. So I don't know exactly what happened. Worst case scenario is we might have to call up the company, which is half an hour away in the next town over in Salem, Missouri, and say, hey, we need a case of brisket. We're going to come and pick it up, which will be fun. But I won't be the one driving that. That will be somebody else because I've already basically said I'll do deliveries if I know where I'm going, but I don't want to drive more than the next town over because my insurance and whatnot. So my wife just put $1.99 in our super chat, which is basically, why did she do that? The money is ours, so it's just going back to us and goofball over here. She's just trying to be funny.
Well, it's not about that. It was about saying hi.
Oh, okay. You're right next to me. You could have said hi without doing. We antagonize and tease each other all the time, so it's just our usual banter. But otherwise, once things settled down after the morning lunch rush, everything was good. So that's basically how my day went. I don't know who all's on here. I've only seen a couple of names, so I don't know some of my
Terry and Amy.
Yeah. I don't know. I've got 20 viewers according to the counter here, and I have not seen any of my regulars that I recognize. So if I don't recognize you by the name, I'm sorry. I recognize most of the people who do a lot of commenting, which is Nelly and Sheila. Sheila. I keep on mispronouncing that girl's name, and I'm sorry. Huh?
That's all right.
It's Sheila? How'd you pronounce it, baby?
That's all right.
How'd you pronounce it?
Sheila.
Oh, Sheila. I recognize Beverly Ann. Hi, Beverly. For those of you who are regulars to my channel, who are subscribers, coming up shortly, probably either later on this evening or tomorrow sometime, I am starting a mini-series. Basically, I entitled it Man versus Nature, where I describe how nature and mankind should coexist, used to coexist, but no longer coexist, and what has caused our world to go into a natural chaotic spin. So, keep your eyes out for that. series. Um, how do you put in a super chat? Terry, I don't know. Terry, you want to answer that question? You're better
Is
at.
there a dollar sign in the bottom right-hand corner of the comments?
According to Jerry, there's a dollar sign in the right hand comment corner of the comments. You click on that, you can donate whatever you want to. That is your choice. I guess my wife was doing it just to show
I did
that
a super sticker.
we can do it with a. She said a super sticker.
Oh, I did it to say hey.
I know. Oh, okay. I don't. You're doing technical stuff I have no clue about. But Beverly, she's off to the side doing monitoring because um, her knees are bugging her and she doesn't want to sit at the desk because of her knees, which I don't blame her. I mean, when I sit here for too long goofing off on the computer playing games, my knees start to bug me too. So yeah, I understand. Um, yeah, she's having and we're having some weird weather, so. What do we have? Good evening. I've been a long time subscriber to Jerry, and I've been a subscriber as yours now for the last 6 months. Okay. Diane, I hopefully I'm saying that, Diane. Um, like I said, I don't recognize everybody's name right off the top of my bat. It takes me a moment. My brain has to go through it like, oh, let's go through the mental Rolodex. How long is this going to take? Right. Yeah, right. It's right. We were we chat there is a dollar. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Evelyn. Oh, there we go. Terry just. Thanks, Terry. That's great. I love it. Let's see here. Been a while, yeah. It's been. I haven't done a live chat in a long time, Evelyn. I've been falling a little bit behind on regular videos because I like it me confusing one night. I've been trying to do chats, do my regular videos. I'm actually going to be starting a mini series that I entitled "Man versus Nature," where I talk about how I feel. Um, I, I try to give like a little bit of like a history of mankind and how mankind lived in harmony until like the Renaissance, or not the Renaissance, the Victorian era and industrial era. But watch those videos, you'll get maybe some insights on how I feel, how things have happened with the screwy weather we have. Um, let's see here, Debbie Plummer. Hope you're doing okay. I'm a new subscriber. Also been, oh, Palmer, not Plummer. I'm sorry. Also been a subscriber for Jerry's for a while. I'm in the UK. It's Yeah, it's 6 hours ahead of us in the UK. I'm actually surprised anybody in the UK is up at this time, Debbie. Um, I would love to go visit the UK. I've been to Europe. I mean, when I was younger, my dad was stationed in the Air Force in Germany, so I know Germany. I only know the UK by map and what people have told me and what I've read. Um, oh, so I forgot to tell Jerry Ann something, but y'all get to hear this. We got a couple of new items on our menu at Dickie's, and one of the new items on Dickie's, and I was kind of surprised to see it, is bangers and mash. Their idea of bangers and mash, and maybe this is what actual bangers and mash is sausage on top of our loaded mashed potato. I'm excited to try that because it's like, ooh, bangers and mash. I haven't had that in a while. West Virginia. I No, I've never been to West Virginia. Closest I've been to Virginia would be my short period of basic training at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. I had to go back in my memories for that.
Pennsylvania is right above West Virginia.
Okay. So yeah, I've never been to West Virginia. I haven't even been through West Virginia. But I know West Virginia has got a lot of nice beaches. Beaches.
No, West Virginia. Not Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia.
West Virginia's not on the coast.
Oh, that's right. It's landlocked. It goes my brain when it comes to geographics right now. You haven't been able to sleep for a while, there, Debbie. I feel you there. There's been times where it's like, someone just get a frying pan and knock me out because my brain is too active to sleep, even though I have to wake up and go to work the next day. Angela, I guess that's how you spell it. Angela. Yeah, I'm 3 for O. But oh, thanks, Diana. Oh man, excuse my throat. I should have brought my bottle of water over here. Oh well. Unless somebody wants to. What are you pointing at?
Drink that.
What? Oh, this?
Yeah.
Thank you. Stealing my wife's water. Need dice. That in fact, I think our filter needs to be changed. It's starting to taste a little weird. Terry, you just... Is this a different Terry? No, it's the same one. Just milked 2 goats. I've never milked a goat. I had the chance as a teenager visiting family here. While I was living in Arizona, they're from Sullivan, Missouri. They had cows, and we had to go out there and milk them. So...
You didn't milk a goat, but you got one to follow you.
Yeah, no, that was a sheep.
Oh.
That was a sheep in Germany.
I'm sorry.
I've had the luxury of dealing with various farm animals as a kid. A sheep and a horse in Germany, and a cow and chickens here in Missouri. Back in the horse and the sheep was Germany, so that was the 80s. The cow was later in the 80s. Goat milk cubes of soap. Didn't know you can turn goat's milk into soap. Texas, what part of Texas, Terry? Because we've got friends in the Houston area. We go down there every so often to visit. I haven't gone down there in 2 years. When was I down in Texas last? August. Okay. I thought it was longer than that. Corpus Christi. That's a little... Corpus Christi...
It's on the coast.
It's okay, yeah, I don't know where on the coast, Gary. You're saying on the coast doesn't... Great for the skin.
South.
Oh, Southeast Houston?
No. It's on the coast. Houston's not on the coast. Across from Houston is Galveston, and then Corpus Christi is
okay.
south of that. Like way south of that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Y'all gonna make me want to break out a map now. We have a guest room. Come on down. Well, say, how long does it take us to drive from here to Houston? 16 hours?
About 12 hours. 12?
12 hours. So a couple of hours from Houston, yeah. Yeah, might have to think about that. Jane and I have talked about on multiple occasions, if we had the opportunity and money and whatnot, we would go visit different locations, and maybe, depending on where we're going, depends on
Take
if...
the show on the road.
Yeah, take the show on the road. I keep on wanting to get an RV so we can take the show on the road, but right now...
That's the Grinch.
Yeah, that's just going to have to stay in the wish list. I'm not gonna let go of it because I would really love to be able to spend my summers gallivanting.
Retirement plans, right?
Yeah, retirement plans. I've only seen the Gulf Coast twice. Once by plane and one. Actually, no, I'm gonna have to take that back. Both times by plane. I forgot where we were traveling. Um, yeah, there's been a lot of different places that I want to go for retirement. A lot of them here in the U.S., but bucket list plan is to try to get over to Europe and see like Norway and Britain or the UK, not just Britain, but the UK. Um, Tara, it can't be much hotter than Phoenix, Arizona in the middle of July. Did I say Tara or Terry?
Jerry, like Jerry.
I meant Terry. I don't know why I said
Tara,
Tara.
like your cousin.
Yeah.
That's your cousin.
I do remember the last summer that we lived in Arizona before Mom and I moved back here to Missouri. It was 122 in the shade, and our air conditioner decided to conk out because the power on our air conditioner on the roof, it has its own like power box, and a switch in the box flipped, and it took two days for the air conditioner maintenance guy to realize that he all he had to do is flip a switch. Yeah, no humidity in Arizona, but when the when the humidity and the heat are almost at equal variances, it still feels yuck. Um,
It's a dry.
yeah, as the joke is in Arizona, it's a dry heat. And dry enough to melt the skin off your bones. Fry an egg on the concrete.
So is an oven, but I don't want to live in there.
But I think the closest to high humidity I've ever lived was back in the late 70s when my father was stationed in Little Rock, Arkansas. So, um, oh no, I'll take that back. We did go to yeah, Arizona's like Vegas. I We did go down to visit um, my wife's friend Lisa's family down in Georgia, and that was like no fun. Um, I don't know if I would want to go to Hawaii. There's too many legends and whatnot about the Hawaiian Islands that I just kind of go, leave the rock alone. If the ground shakes, move. If the sky starts to glow, get on a boat and leave. Just That's just me. Um, yeah, I'm not a big fan of summer heat either, Beverly. I like the fall. I like the spring. Winter, as long as it's not a deep Alaskan frozen wonderland, I can handle the winter. As long as I don't have to, as long as I don't have to shovel snow. Has nothing to do with the Brady Bunch, wife. If you don't, I know plenty of stories about Hawaii that just kind of make me go. um, my wife is actually from Long Island, New York. We lived there together for 12, 13 years before we moved back here after a hurricane or Superstorm Sandy. Everybody's like, it wasn't a hurricane. No, but it could have knocked a hurricane off the. Well, that's right. It was a combination. It was three different fronts.
It was bigger. It was bigger than a hurricane. That's why I call it superstorm.
Yeah.
So, 100-year hurricane.
The 100-year storm. 59 years old. I have custody of my granddaughter, who now for 14 months. Hard to travel. Tired. Hard to travel. Tried to do a plane, and it wasn't easy with a toddler. Um, I don't have kids of my own, but I can just imagine a plane trip, which is probably about 4 to 6 hours or more from Florida to New York.
3.
3 hours?
3, maybe
3 hours.
4 if she's in upstate.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. Stories from my mom and my dad when he was around was basically anytime they put me in a moving vehicle, I'd pass right out until the vehicle stopped. So I guess maybe not all toddlers the same way, where you put a child in a moving seat and they'll pass out. Don't think I'd want to wear a mask on a plane for 8 hours. I work. I've been working 6+ hours, and I tell you what, I as soon as I get off work, I'm like, or when there's no customers in the store and I can get away from other people, I take the mask off. And part of the reason for me, is it's that time of year where I have allergies because springtime, everything's blooming, plus bronchial issues, and when it's hot in the store and you're working, it gets very hard to breathe through the mask. So I understand not wanting to wear it for 8 hours straight. That would probably drive me bonkers. Um, Grandmothers are raising their grandkids now. Yeah. um, I I don't understand it. I'm 49 years old and I'm working harder than most of the people younger than me at my job, and I can only imagine somebody in their 50s or older trying to take care of a toddler because of one reason or another, whether it's custody issues or it's one thing when the parents are with the are with the kid in the evening time, but during the daytime they have to drop the child off at daycare or mom's house so they can do their work schedules. Um, so I feel for you there. Uh, yes, I'm still like that where you put me in a moving car. Thank you, Jerry. Uh, Even nowadays at 49 years old, if I'm not the driver in a moving car, I'll start to pass out. Even if we're just sometimes even if we're just running around town, which everything around town is 5 minutes away. So, but I don't like driving on long distances or especially highways with big semi trucks. It just kind of makes me go. um, Wish she liked car rides. I would drive to Florida. Yes. Oh, yes, they sure are. Drugs are running our nation. Yeah, unfortunately, it's getting nuts. It's really nutty. No, I'm not claustrophobic. I don't. I can handle tight spaces or small rooms or whatnot. It's not the space that bugs me. It's the size of the vehicle. The semi truck next to me. The what bugs me the most in general, and maybe some people would call that claustrophobia, is tight being close to a large moving vehicle, especially since on the highway you're moving at 60 plus miles per hour. That's what I mean. I've seen plenty of car wrecks and the disasters and all that has to do with big rigs because people aren't smart when driving near a big rig. The other thing that makes some people think I'm claustrophobic is I don't like large crowds. I do not like being packed together with a lot of people. It gets me after a while. So maybe it is a form of claustrophobia. I don't know. Um, I have full custody after my hip replacement. Came right back from surgery her first birthday. I was going to be home. I can still keep. You can still keep up with her. Well, that's good. I would think that I might be able to keep up with a small child if I had to deal with one, but um, I don't know. I'm not. I don't have kids. Um, So basically, it sounds like Diane. Hopefully, I'm saying these names right. That if you're giving her all the entertainment possible to keep her happy while in the car ride, maybe she's like when I was a child. But why a moving car would put me to sleep and not your little one. Um, she may have a form of hyperactivity or ADHD. I'm speaking from experience because I still have that problem. Squirrel. No. Uh, I'm easily distracted by stuff unless it's something that really holds my attention, and then it's like trying to pry um, open a metal door with a wooden crowbar. Won't work. Will it? Will it, baby? If something has my attention, you can't get me to come away from it. It's like prying open a door with a wooden crowbar.
Yeah.
She's agreeing with me because she knows.
Yeah.
Um, it's like, oh, Jim's in his room. He's reading something that really interests him, or he's in depth. He dug himself really deep into his game or whatnot. Very little is gonna pull me away from that. It could be from the drugs from mother was, could be, if the mother was doing drugs or alcohol or whatnot while being pregnant. Yeah, it could affect the child's whatever. Um,
Behavior. Mood,
yeah, behaviors, moods,
sensitivity.
whatnot. No way, Diane. I really appreciate. She's all right.
What the hell?
Uh huh. I'm about ready to start crying now. Wow. Um. um. Well, Diane, I really appreciate that. We'll find a way to pass it on somehow. We'll find a way to bless somebody who needs it as much as we do. Um, I mean, things have been going good for us too. So,
Better. Not good.
well, uh,
But thank you.
anyhow,
Thank you, Diane.
yeah, thank you a lot. No, it was a gift. She, not a mistake. Um, before you start having trouble with your knees, sorry, it won't let me type very much. So I'm typing in small sectors. Okay. Um, wow.
Do you need a handkerchief or tissue?
I have a handkerchief. Probably need a tissue for my eyes because I don't want to rub my eyes with this handkerchief.
You're ready.
Yeah.
Do you want some of this?
No, well, I'll try some of that because just because you offered. Yeah. I just didn't see it at first. Um, what need for? Well, I know Jerry has knee problems. I have knee problems too. After some days. What do you want to know about before the knee problems? Oh, um, I am happy, Diane. It's just, as Jerry will say, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Um, uh, It's one of the things that gets me in trouble a lot is literally I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I don't. I learned a long time ago. Hold on a second, folks. I'm sorry. This is rude to me. Ah, I learned a long time ago, back in my teens, um, after going through a lot of different issues. My psychiatrists and a few other people, and then of course Jerry, basically, told me in no such simple words. Well, some of them were trying to be simple and whatnot, but they confused the crap out of me. Excuse my language. Not to bottle up my emotions because back then, when I was having a lot of different emotional issues, bottling up my emotions would end up causing more problems than not, because then they would go and chaos would reign. So, but yeah, Jenny Ann, her knees are bad because of playing a lot of sports when she was younger. My knees are bad because of a combination of being just a ruffian and doing a lot of rough housing and trying to be a contortionist with my lower bodies and doing reverse Indian style sitting or just excuse me, doing a lot of things that just over time just caused a lot of wear and tear on my knees. Yeah, we had I forgot what we had the other day that caused a lot of knee problems for Jerry because of gluten and rainy days and housework and just I do a lot of heavy lifting on Fridays because of truck day, so it does a lot of wear and tear on my knees and lower back. So that's why we have knee problems. And I tried to find ways to keep my knees from locking up at times. Use the edges for my eyes, use the middle for my nose. That's right. Terry, I feel you because I've never dislocated anything. I have a trick knee, what I call a trick knee. My left knee, when it's stretched out, I can literally grab a hold of the kneecap and just wiggle it around like it's not fully attached. Um, and like you, I pop my back out of whack. My lower lumbar is actually considered a herniated lower lumbar that flares up from time to time. I can tell you one thing that really works on my back, or actually two things that work on my back, is icy hot, and we have a what is it called? A TENS unit. So if my back or Janine's back is really bugging us, and we just slap on the patches on our backs and turn on the TENS unit and crank it to our preferred um, settings and whatnot, after an hour or so, things start to feel a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, having any problem with your lower body, your lower back, your hips, your um, knees, ankles, uh, makes it very difficult to do what you got to do, whether it's for your job or for just house maintenance, house care, daily routines, whatever you want to call it.
Self care.
Self care. There we go. Jared said it best. Self care. Um, I know there's been 1 or 2 days where I had to go to work, and it was like just getting out of bed was like, who hit me with a sledgehammer type feeling. So, but I am my father's son, which means I am stubborn, pig-headed, and will work through the pain because I have to. Because if I don't, I get no pay, and if I get no pay, I can't pay rent. And I'm not one of these type of people who go, "Oh, my back, I'm gonna go get a disability." Mm-mm. I'll get disability. I'll try to get disability the day I can't do anything. Literally, I am like bedridden, which I hope never happens because I'll go nuts and drive everybody else in this house crazy. Yeah, for Jerry, it's hard for her to get in and out of the shower because of her knees and lower
Oh,
back.
my knee hurts.
Well, your knee especially. But I noticed lately your back has been giving you problems, so
Yeah.
I know there's no shame in SSID, but I have a hard time bringing myself to do that just because of the way I was. Basically, my father raised me to be do it yourself or don't complain when somebody else does it, and that's why I prefer to do it myself because I don't want to get upset because it wasn't done to my liking. That, in fact, or most of my dad's side of the family is will die with our boots on before we ask for handouts. Not that SSID is a handout. It's just that pig-headed part of my family. Let's do the rest of this. I'm getting dry mouth. Yeah, Terry. If my bathtub shower area was big enough, I would probably, if I could, do it myself. I've been thinking about added handrails, mostly for Jerry, in the shower. We thought about getting a one of those shower stools, but our bathtub is not wide enough for one of those.
Oh,
Uh,
it is. It's expensive.
oh, it's expensive. It's not our size of our bathroom. It's the expense. Okay.
Because I'm plus size. They only go. The cheap ones only go to like 200 pounds.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. We would. As I was about to say, I think we'd rather get one of those walk-in showers. I saw something that I don't even know how much it is. I didn't even look because when I saw it, I was just like, that's probably going to cost an arm and a leg. They've got these walk-in tubs. Basically, you walk into the
They're a fortune.
tub area and close this door, and it supposedly seals itself so it doesn't leak all over the place. And I was like,
It does. We used to have them in the group homes. They're very expensive.
oh, they're very expensive. Okay. I kind of figured as much because I was like, that looks like something they have for athletes and whatnot, and that's probably going to be a couple $1,000, probably close to like 100,000 or more. I don't know.
No. But very expensive for a
Yeah.
bathtub.
Jacuzzi and lights in it. Oh, one of your clients has one with a jacuzzi and lights. Oh boy, wow.
Very cool.
It probably cost them a pretty penny. Um, Mom's all right. She spends most of her time to herself in her rooms. Comes out for
Doing paint by number.
food, drink, whatnot. But she's been doing like paint by numbers, so she's been doing paintings. And when she can't do those anymore, she goes and sits in her office and whatnot, plays solitaire or something like that on her computer. But like I said, Mom keeps to herself unless we, maybe call her out for like board games or game night or something like that, which we haven't done in a while, mostly because of me. I think I don't know. My job drives me crazy to the point where it's just like I just want to sit and veg. I don't really want to do much more than I need to. But like I've probably said on a couple of my videos, is I wish she would either decrease her smoking or stop smoking altogether, because there are days where it's like it must be so heavy in there. We can smell it, taste it, whatnot out here. But I love her too much to force her to do anything. So you know, but she's hanging in there. I mean, she's doing pretty strong. She's going pretty good. Um, yeah, one of the other reasons why you don't see her that often is she don't like her picture being taken. She don't like cameras. She don't like video devices or anything like that where people will see her for whatever. I don't know what her reasons are. I don't know if it's just camera shyness or she like me, but I goof off about it. Is she doesn't like the way she looks in pictures. I sit there and go, "Oh yeah, so you took a picture. Does your camera still work? It does. Okay, okay. I must have taken care of myself today." But I'll be honest with you, that was when I was younger. Nowadays, it's kind of like, we're gonna do a video. Okay, sure. Um, and then there are days that I just kind of like, huh, I'm doing it because it helps our bank. She doesn't like the way she looks in pictures. Okay, I kind of figured it was one of the two. But I was like, um, I don't know who it was that introduced me into doing videos or whatnot, and I just kind of like, I don't look too bad. At least nowadays, I mean, with this not being here, I would be like, no, 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 no. Too much of a, what's the wording I'm thinking of? Too much of a baby face. Yeah, it's taking years to convince me how handsome I was. I am, whatever. As long as I get to keep my beard and my mustache, I'll be happy. That's good that she's been keeping herself busy. Seems like the whole virus thing has gotten a lot of people down. My mom is 79 and she's not doing good mentally with all this. You know, there's a lot of people who have been suffering mentally because of the paranoia, this group is basically yelling about no masks, and this group is saying, hey, look, it's for the betterment of mankind. I see both sides of the coin. I have a nice shower. Well, Terry, that's a nice offer. I don't know if we could do a shout out chair because it would have to be for, to put it politely, big bone people. I don't like calling my wife fat because,
You don't have to call me fat. Plus size is fine.
and plus, hey, you'd be plus size. We're not going to talk about your brother.
Okay.
Um, Good night, Diane. I'm guessing you're going offline to bed, whatever. Uh, Thanks, Nancy. I tell you what. Before I started letting it grow, I guess it was kind of like one of those things like, oh, it's irritating. Um, little things that kept me from growing it. That in fact, a lot of the jobs I had were like, oh no, you can't have a beard or a mustache. You have to be either clean shaven or it has to be very short. And I'm like, okay. Then I got my current job, which everybody's like, hey, as long as you can keep it under control, where customers are not finding it in food, we don't care. And I went, okay. Um, and then of course I got into the Norse mythology and the Norse, finding out that a lot of my ancestral background is connected to the Norse people or Vikings. However, Viking is not a people. Viking is actually a verb. Translated, it basically means to be a pirate. Um, but I love it. I can groom it. I can shape it. I'm letting it grow. I just this area right here underneath my neck is what bugs me the most, so I try to keep that shaved. Um, there's a couple people I saw on TikTok that have like really long down to the middle of their chest type beards, and when the whole mask debate was going on, this one guy on TikTok just basically took off his glasses, flipped up his beard, which covered his whole face, put his glasses back on and his hat, and I just kind of went, "Cousin it, that's the way to go." But that's just because I've got a weird sense of humor. Um, well, Terry, it's between you and Jerry because I have no problems. It's I worry about Jerry and more than myself. Um, so I don't know how Jerry feels about. Yeah. Oh man, my eye itches. Let's see here. We 29 people on here. Nice, nice. Um, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them. I have. I'm open to I love questions, especially if they're questions I can answer. If they're questions that are not answerable or just well, I sit there and go, let me get back to you on that one. Um, uh, just quickly, I know there's 29 people here, and I have not seen all 29 people, but I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Literally, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. How long have you been a member of my channel, and how do you feel? Um, Now this is gonna be a loaded question. I know this much. How do you feel about the content I've been some of the content I've been on because I bounce back and forth between one thing or another, and I know most people have been like, "It's your channel, do whatever you want," but I like sometimes to get a consensus of some of the subject matter that I normally do, and do you want more of one thing and less of another, or are you guys just open to whatever just happens to come come across, come out, however you want to put it. Um, I guess I lost two people, probably going off to bed. It is 10:10 Central Standard Time, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'm starting to lose people from the East Coast because it's bedtime for a lot of people. It's after 11 p.m. Granted, it is Friday. That's why I chose today to do a live chat because it's like most people don't work on Saturdays. Let's see here. Since you first started your channel, I like to hear about your job. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and it interests me. Okay. Um, that's fine. There are days I do talk about my job. There are other days where I'm just kind of like, there are other days where it's just like, yeah, it was work. Nothing really big to talk about. Jared's got it right. My title does say it simply. Jim's mine. Enjoy the ride. A lot of you who have seen a lot of my videos know that sometimes my mind starts going one way and then it just kind of goes roller coaster. Hang on. Um, that's one of the things that I have problems with. If I don't have like a specific subject matter to talk about, I just kind of go, let's see what's coming out today because I don't even know half the time. It just, hi, I'm here. no. Um, that in fact, a lot of things have settled down with me because we're done with politics. I'm just so happy that politics is done and over with because it's a sore subject. Let's see here. I subscribed before last summer. I think enjoying your Viking knowledge and your stories about Germany. Oh, thank you. Um, yeah, right now I have been doing a lot on Viking mythology and Viking lore, and I'm gonna start doing a short segment on man versus nature, or yeah, nature versus man, however you want to put it, where I've already done an intro video and then a video that's primarily on some of the changes that has occurred in man since the Viking era. Um, my next video, which I'm probably going to sit down and shoot tomorrow, is going to be about basically what has changed in nature due to man's separating himself from living amongst the natural world, amongst nature, being the forager, the hunter, the gatherer, the builder, and what is basically changed because of the fact that we went from living living and communing with nature to becoming an industrial species and forgetting about what connection we have to nature and what we've done to damage the world. Um, I'll go in depth in my video on that, but I have some more stuff to read on the Vikings. In fact, I just recently obtained or purchased, however you want to put it, a book on the what they call the poetic Eddas, which is basically a little bit more in depth in the Norse mythology and how the Norsemen connected to their deities. Um, Jane Jan likes your coffee chats, or liked your coffee chat this week. Yes, what you waving your hand about, baby? Are you trying to say you want to go to bed?
No, I'm trying to tell you it's running late. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
Oh, I don't even know when I started this.
About an hour ago.
About it.
Remember, if they're
Oh
in
yeah.
an hour, they take forever to upload.
Oh yeah. Jared just reminded me that I should be trying to get off this now because if it runs an hour, it takes forever to download. So I will go ahead and start unwinding this. I appreciate the fact that Jan right there. You were talking about some of the subject matter I've been talking about and how you appreciate it. So I will get back onto the Viking or Norse lore knowledge, however you want to put it. Stories about Germany, well, they kind of ebb and flow out of my brain because that was. When did I get back from Germany? 84? So I was 12 years old when that happened. So, yeah, it's a long time ago. Thank you, Terry. For those of you who were gracious enough to donate, thank you very much. Um, hold it. It's very much appreciated around here. Anyhow, my comment box is always open. So if you watch one of my videos and you want to put in a comment, whether it's this video or other videos I've done, go for it. I like to see people's comments. Some of them I don't even deal with because of the way they are, but I do look at all the comments. Anyhow, thank you very much, folks. You guys have a good night. I will see you on the flip side. Have a good one. Bye.